What's poppin'? Welcome back. Well, if you read the title of the video, you basically did what I said I'm gonna do. I thought up of a story for Borderlands 4. Now, let me just insert here real quick that personally, I believe that as a developer, i.e., Gearbox, if the fans and core audience of your game is just sitting there overall and is like, I hope the story's good, and some of them are like, even if the story's bad, as long as the gunplay's fun, I'll still play it. You've kind of failed as a developer to, inspire your audience with, I don't know, excitement. Get them excited, get them stoked when they don't trust you to even make a good story when that's like a big part of your game, even though, technically, once you're done playing the story, all that's left is end game. Sure. But I don't know. I just feel like you kind of failed. But that's not what I'm here to do. I'm here to talk about the story that I came up with for Borderlands 4. Alright, let's hop into it. So, I am basing, I did kind of build the story off in my head, off of the trailer, the reveal trailer for BL4, where Lilith, takes the moon, hops into moon, starts it, and then drives it over into an invisible planet, as you do. So that's where I started it off. So, basically, let me lay it down for you. Lilith sends out a distress signal because she, phased the moon into hidden planet. Different section of the galaxy, what have you, calling for 4 Vault Hunters or whatever to come check out a hidden world. Who wouldn't want to check out hidden world? Might be loot, treasure, fame, whatnot. The usual catch for a Vault Hunter. So they turn up. I think we saw a robot pick up that helmet, the Psycho Mask, at that hidden world. So let's just say robot civilization, right? Entire robot civilization on that planet. And when you get there, you notice that all of them are extremely hostile, right? They're saying, leave or die, because it's supposed to be hidden, right? That's the whole point. And so you do some exploring, you catch up with Lilith at some point, and then she kind of like phase walks you around to stay hidden, and you realize that all the robots are worshiping something. Like the entire reason this entire civilization exists is to worship and please something, and then you go find out what that is, and it's a god, right? Some kind of god in the Borderlands universe, whatever it may be. I don't know, I didn't flesh the whole story out, I just made it, okay? So you go up to the god, and Lilith's phase walking you around, so you stay hidden, and then the god notices Lilith phase walking, pulls her ass out of it, and then kills her outright. Just boom, said and done, right? So you kind of get the gravity of what you're dealing with, and then of course you being, the Vault Hunter, you pull the gun on it, you try to fight it, it laughs at you, and it finds your attempt to kill it so amusing that it brands you with its mark, so you get a brand, I don't know, somewhere on your body as the Vault Hunter, and then banishes you across the galaxy, wherever you go, right? So it laughs at you, thinks that you trying to kill it was amusing, brands you, and then, banishes you. And so now your goal is to get revenge, right? Like, who would want to just get their asses handed to them so badly? So, you teleport away, what have you, you get the brand on you, and then now you got to try to figure out, A, can you even kill it? It's a god. B, where would you even get the stuff to kill it? And C, where would you get information on how to, or maybe ways to, figure out what's going on? If only there were places in the Borderlands universe that were full of information and knowledge and stuff like that. Oh yeah, there's vaults. So, so you go vault hunting as you do. And one of the interesting things I thought is, so the god branded you, put its branded on you, right? Random points while you're playing, this is just a gameplay idea. Random points where you're playing, occasionally your brand will charge up your grenade, your melee. It you go to reload a weapon and the brand glows, and there's an extra animation and it takes a little bit longer, maybe a couple extra frames. And you get a branded magazine or a branded grenade, or you use your action skill, and 1 time out of 50 your brand glows and it augments the action skill and it does something crazy. I don't know, it could be explosions everywhere, could make all the rounds you fire out of your gun ricochet 7 times. I don't know, it's it's game development, you can come up with some crazy stuff, but you get branded reloads and you have no control over it. It's just a random part of your gameplay. And then as you progress, you start to realize that A, it was the Iridians who made that hidden planet. B, they built the robot civilization to worship it, to essentially just appease the god, to keep him happy, because C, the Iridians had no way to capture that god and put it in a vault like they do with all the vault monsters. It's just too strong, right? So the Iridians made that plan to hide away the planet, made an entire robot civilization to worship it, keep it happy, and then just left it there and hope no one would discover it, right? And that's what you learn as time goes on. And then you find out that, through story, you can have your subplots and whatnot going on, what have yous around you. You find out that over time that the brand sort of connects you to the god in a way, and you might be able to find an artifact that lets you drain enough of its power through your brand, whatever it is. And it makes it vulnerable for a time being. And you find out that there's a way for you to use another artifact to, if you do enough damage, you capture it, right? That's kind of how the story goes. I don't know. I flushed this out in my head. So this is just what I was thinking. And then you can throw whatever other story beats, what planets, what characters you bump into, because they said it was supposed to be a soft reboot. So, let's kill Lilith, like I said earlier. So you get the scope of what's going on, the full scope. But eventually you get back, you're charged up, you got the artifact that connects you to helps you drain it extra power, makes it vulnerable. You hard body the god, and then you can't kill him, but you can capture him. And when you capture him, it unlocks the brand, so you're still connected to the god or whatever, and that's still part of your power. But after you beat the game, and you capture it, you suddenly get full control over the power of your brand on your arm or wherever it is on the Vault Hunter. And then it opens up an entire brand menu where you can, it's like a entirely separate menu from your action skills, your weapons, your map and everything. And then maybe it adds some more layers of gameplay where you don't have the full brand menu unlocked, that maybe it'll augment skills inside of your skill tree. And there's different paths you can take that add more build variety. You could maybe slamming's a mechanic in the game. Should a slam build be the most potent thing ever through brand upgrades, whatnot? No, but could it be a viable build? Sure. Give players a variety and give them the options. So, that was just my idea. And then maybe you unlock the brand menu by going back to the places you've already visited, and you got to find crystals and certain items to level up, the brand and unlock. And maybe it has some objective bounties where you got to kill 100 of this species on this planet, or you got to find a hidden section on this planet, So you go back through all the maps and you fully explore the spaces, and you at least have a reason to do that because, Borderlands has you use a good amount of all of their maps and has you go from, point A to point B, and certain side quests are there's certain part of the maps that are made specifically for certain side quests, but, it would be cool to see them flush out entire maps and give you reasons to go there, and then, have stuff to do. And then as you go, you unlock more and more powers with your brand, and you can actually control what happens, because during the story, like I said, you'd get random brand grenades where the brand glows and powers up your grenade, or your powers up your action skill or melee, or it powers up a gun that you have in your hands, and then it gives you more control over that kind of stuff. And maybe it's a meter, and as you kill and do damage, eventually the meter fills up, and then you can choose to do a branded reload, so you have a brand magazine, or a brand, choose it to use on your grenade, or whatever your build is, and you kind of specifically build into it. I don't know, I just think it would give the players more options. It'd be a cool idea, and it kind of ties in with the story. But then you go upgrade all the stuff, and that's kind of all I had in my head at the time being. That's kind of what I flushed through. So that would be a cool story. I don't know, it's just something I came up with. It's probably not going to be what the story of Borderlands 4 is. Odds are, if I'm even remotely close, that'll be a godsend. But I was just thinking, what if, Why not? Why not shoot out a cool idea of what the story for Borderlands 4 might be? So, yeah, that's basically all I got. See ya.